बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। कल हम कैपिलरीज़ के बारे में पढ़ रहे थे, तो आज उसी लेक्चर की कंटिन्यूएशन है। मैं आपको ब्लड वेसल्स के बारे में बताता हूँ। दी आर्टरीज़, द वेन्स एंड द लिम्फेटिक चैनल्स, द जनरल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ऑल दीज ब्लड वेसल्स एंड द lymphatic channel is the same. The basic design is the same. There are three layers, tunics, which are known as the tunics, the tunica intima, especially it is also known as the intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. The outermost layer is called the tunica adventitia. So whether these are arteries or veins or these are the lymphatic channels, all these vessels, they are made up of these three tunics. The blood vessels, if we talk about the blood vessels, the arteries, the arterioles, and then capillaries, and the venules and veins, and always there are three layers which are the tunics. The function of these vessels is distribution of the blood, exchange of materials with the tissues, and return of blood to the heart. Most of the blood vessels have got three layers surrounding a hollow lumen. Arteries and veins are composed of three tunics: tunica intima, tunica media, tunica adventitia. मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ कि तमाम जितनी भी ब्लड वेसल्स हैं, इनकी लाइनिंग में सिंपल स्केमस एपिथेलियम होता है, जिसे हम एंडोथीलियम कहते हैं। तो चुनांचे अगर हम ट्यूनिका इंटिमा की बात करें, तो ट्यूनिका इंटिमा की फिर आगे तीन लेयर्स हैं। सबसे अंदर वाली लेयर जो है, डेट इज़ द एंडोथीलियल सेल लेयर that lines the lumen of the vessels, and in all the vessels which are larger than 1 millimeter, we will find a subendothelial connective tissue layer. The second is the subendothelial connective tissue layer. Endothelium के नीचे एक connective tissue layer है which consists of the collagenous and elastic fibers. The tunica intima, again it consists of the three layers. The innermost layer is the endothelium, that is simple squamous epithelium, which lines the blood vessels, and the chambers of the heart is called endothelium. And then we have got the subendothelial connective tissue layer. There is a thin layer of connective tissue, loose areolar connective tissue, which has got the collagen fibers and the elastic fibers. And then we have got another layer which is actually the internal elastic lamina. We will find that the tunica intima is separated from the tunica media by a corrugated line, which is known as the internal elastic lamina. So you can see all these layers. This is the tunica intima, this is the tunica media, this is the tunica adventitia. And tunica intima, again it consists of the endothelium, then we have got the subendothelial connective tissue layer, and then is the internal elastic lamina. As regards the tunica media of these blood vessels, they have got in the middle layer there are smooth muscles, and these smooth muscles vary in number, the layers vary, so we will classify the arteries and veins according to their diameter, according to their function. And if we talk about the arteries we have got the arterioles, then we have got small sized arteries, then medium sized arteries, and then large sized arteries, which are also known as the elastic arteries. The large sized arteries, if I talk about the large sized arteries, the aorta, the common carotid and the common iliac artery, these are the large sized arteries, and they are known as the elastic arteries, or also they are the conducting arteries, because they conduct the blood from the heart into the distributing arteries. The medium sized arteries, which are also known as the muscular arteries, they are also known as the distributing arteries. All the named arteries which are present in the body, they are even the dorsalis pedis artery, all these arteries which are named, and we can name those arteries in the body, they are the medium sized arteries. and then the small sized arteries and the arterioles. So this is the classification of the arteries. So I was talking about the tunica media. In the tunica media there are smooth muscles, and they are circularly arranged smooth muscle fibers, and also there is variable amount of the connective tissue fibers, that is the collagen and elastic fibers, which vary according to the type of the blood vessel. Then comes the tunica adventitia or tunica externa. Tunica adventitia is also, it is actually the connective tissue layer, and it has got longitudinally arranged collagen and elastic fibers. So this was about this is the general structure of the blood vessels. In each and every blood vessel you will find the tunica intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. So if we talk about the general structure of the blood vessels, the innermost layer is the tunica intima, and tunica intima consists of the simple squamous epithelium, that is endothelium. Then we have got the subendothelial connective tissue layer, and then next is the subendothelial connective tissue. Tunica media. I have told you that the tunica media consists of the smooth muscles. They are circularly arranged smooth muscles, and also there are some elastic fibers. This layer is supplied by the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, and depending on the body's needs, lumen is narrow or it is widened, and this is called the vasoconstriction and vasodilatation. Then the tunica adventitia, this is consisting of thin layer of connective tissue. There are elastic and collagen fibers, and especially they are arranged longitudinally. If we talk about the types of the vessels, the arteries, they carry the blood away from the heart, veins carry the blood towards the heart, and in between the arterial and venous side of circulation there is a capillary network, and the most important part of the vascular system is the capillary network. This is the site of exchange of the materials. The blood vessels and the cardiovascular system. The arteries, they bring the blood from the heart, they are strong and elastic, conduct blood to the capillaries, and capillaries exchange with the cells, veins return the blood to the heart, and the valves. Now this diagram shows the histological structure of the blood vessels. You can see the muscular artery, this is the elastic artery, the main arteries which are conducting arteries, which are bringing the blood from the pump, that is the heart, that is the aorta, the common carotid and common iliac. These are the largest arteries in the body, and they are also known as the conducting arteries or the elastic arteries. Then the next is the medium sized artery, that is the muscular artery. Muscular artery, we call it muscular artery because in the tunica media there are 30 to 50 layers of smooth muscles which are running circularly, and all the blood vessels, the arteries which are named in the body, they belong to this class of the arteries, and they are also known as the distributing arteries. Then comes the arterioles. In the arteriole there are two layers. In the arteriole there are two layers of the smooth muscles. We have got the tunica intima. This is the microscopic picture of an artery. Artery has got a thick wall, and its lumen is always, it is patent, and you can see in the case of the vein, the wall of the vein is thin, and always there is the collapsed lumen. So this is the difference between an artery and vein when we see in the dead bodies. Artery is with thick wall, and it consists of the endothelium. Then we have got a muscle layer, and then we have got the connective tissue. This is the elastic artery, the aorta. This is the slide of the aorta or the large sized artery. You can see the this is the lumen of the artery, and if we traverse, we will find tunica intima, media and adventitia. The innermost layer is the tunica intima, and the intima has got the endothelium, Then there is the subendothelial connective tissue layer. There is no internal elastic lamina seen, and it is because of the fact that in the aorta or in the elastic artery, the tunica media consists of 70 to 80 layers of elastic fibers. The elastic laminae, 70 to 80 elastic laminae, they are also corrugated lines. They are seen just like the internal elastic lamina, so we cannot distinguish in the internal elastic lamina, and there is also no external elastic lamina. The external elastic lamina is a corrugated line which can separate the tunica media from the tunica adventitia, and you will see this layer in the case of the muscular artery, that is the medium sized arteries. So this is an artery. You can see the tunica intima. Tunica intima consists of the endothelium that lines the lumen of the blood vessels. All the blood vessels has got simple squamous epithelium, and that is known as endothelium. And in the tunica media you can see the smooth muscles. Smooth muscle cells and elastic fibers are present in the tunica media. And the tunica adventitia is our connective tissue layer, which is consisting of the collagen fibers which are running longitudinally. Elastic arteries. The thick walled arteries near the heart, the aorta and its major branches, that is common carotid and common iliac arteries. There is a large lumen which allows low resistance, and their function is the conduction of the blood from the heart. It contains a lot of elastin in all three tunics, so this is called the elastic artery. Walls stretch and recoil to propel the blood. It withstand and regulate large blood pressure fluctuations, and it allow blood to flow fairly continuously through the body. Muscular arteries are the distributing arteries and arterioles. The muscular arteries distal to elastic arteries. They deliver the blood to the body organs, have thick tunica media with more smooth muscles and less elastic tissue, and active in vasoconstriction. And I have told you the distributing arteries are all the named arteries in the body. They are medium sized arteries, and they are also known as the distributing arteries. Then comes the small sized arteries. Let's talk about the small sized arteries. In the small sized arteries you will find the endothelium. There is subendothelial connective tissue layer, and the internal elastic lamina may or may not be seen. In the tunica media, in the small sized arteries, there are 8 layers of smooth muscles running circularly. And in the arterioles, there are only 2 layers of this is the difference between the different types of arteries. Let's talk about the venous system. Let's start from the venules. They are formed when capillary beds unite, and they allow the fluids and WBCs to pass from the bloodstream to the tissues. So there are 2 types of venules. There are post-capillary venules, which are the smallest venules composed of endothelium and a few pericytes. Then we have got the large venules, have 1 or 2 layers of smooth muscles in the tunica media. If we talk about the veins are formed when venules converge, and they gives rise to the veins, small sized veins, then medium sized veins, and then we have got the large sized veins composed of 3 layers: the tunica intima, media and externa, or the adventitia. There is a thin tunica media and there is a thick tunica externa. If we compare the media with the tunica adventitia, the adventitia of the veins is thicker, and it consists of the collagen and elastic networks. Collagen fibers and elastic fibers are present in the form of a network. Veins have much lower blood pressure and thinner walls than arteries. So this is the transverse section and the longitudinal section of a vein. You can see there are valves in the veins. The innermost layer is the endothelium, the simple squamous epithelium. Then the subendothelial connective tissue layer. There is internal elastic lamina. Then we have got the smooth muscle layer which is present, and this smooth muscle is the tunica media. Then we have got the connective tissue layer or the adventitia. As I have told you that in the case of the veins, the tunica adventitia is much larger or thicker as compared to the tunica media. In this diagram, you can see the comparison of the veins and the arteries. This is a vein and this is an artery, and you can see that the vein has got a thin wall and its lumen is tortuous, and it is the lumen is collapsed, while in the case of the artery we have got an intact lumen. Its wall is thicker as compared to the same sized vein. And this is the artery and this is the vein. You can see if we start from the luminal side, we will come across with the there is the endothelium, then subendothelial connective tissue layer, then this internal elastic lamina. This is a corrugated line. The corrugations are because of the contraction, post-mortem contraction of the smooth muscles which are present in the tunica media, and these gives rise to these corrugated line. Then we have got the adventitia, and in between the media and the adventitia again there is a corrugated line which is known as the external elastic lamina. So this is the artery, this is the vein. In this picture you can see the difference between the medium sized vein and a medium sized artery. In the medium sized vein there is a collapsed enlarged lumen and thin wall. There is no internal elastic lamina, while the artery has got a thick wall. Arteries retain their patency, their lumen remain patent. Tunica media has large quantity of collagen fibers in the case of the veins. In the medium sized veins in the tunica media there are few smooth muscles and less elastic fibers. That's the reason the veins are easily compressed. And as regards tunica adventitia, it is thicker than the tunica media, and there is presence of valves to prevent the backflow. As in the case of the same sized artery, the internal elastic lamina is present only in the arteries, and tunica media is thicker than the adventitia. There are changes in the structure of the arteries which are the senile changes. As the age advances, there is thickening of tunica intima due to migration and proliferation of smooth muscle cells from the media. Then accumulation of lipid in the myointimal cells and macrophages, formation of fibrofatty plaques by the deposition of fat and collagen in tunica intima, that is known as atheroma. Atheroma leads to narrowing of the arterial lumen and consequently reduced the blood flow. Then there is calcification of the tunica media, that is known as arteriosclerosis. All these are the senile changes, and they are the cause of the ischemic heart disease. Atherosclerosis, atheroma plus arteriosclerosis. There is a term called atherosclerosis. Damage to the endothelium can cause coagulation of blood, forming a thrombus which can completely obstruct the artery, leading to death of the tissue that supplies, and this is called the myocardial infarction. Whenever there is some narrowing of the coronary arteries, there will be the death of the tissue, there will be the death of the muscle of the myocardium. If this happens with myocardium, the coronary thrombosis leading to myocardial infarction, and it can manifest as the heart attack. And in brain, if cerebral thrombosis occurs, it leads to the stroke or the paralysis. There is another abnormality, that is aneurysm. Tunica media may undergo atrophy, resulting in the loss of elasticity of the wall, and the weakened wall may get stretched, forming aneurysm, and its rupture may cause the death. The blood vessels this is an intricate network of hollow tubes that transport blood throughout the entire body, and there are two systems. There is an arterial system which transport blood away from the heart. It consists of the arteries and arterioles, and then we have got a capillary network. Then is the venous system which transport the blood towards the heart, and it starts from the venules and then it becomes the veins and the inferior and superior vena cava, which are the large sized veins. Basic structure of the blood vessels: all the blood vessels except the capillaries have got three concentrically arranged basic tunics or coats: the intima, media and adventitia. So this is the tunica intima, tunica media, tunica adventitia. Tunica intima. Again, tunica intima consists of the endothelium. Then we have got the subendothelial connective tissue layer. Endothelium, you know, this is this simple squamous epithelium, and then subendothelial connective tissue is the layer of loose areolar connective tissue which has got the collagen and elastic fibers. There are fibroblasts, macrophages, plasma cells. Then we have got the tunica media, which is muscular coat. Actually, this is the coat which consists of circularly arranged smooth muscles. And then the outermost layer is the tunica adventitia, and the tunica adventitia is nothing but this is the connective tissue layer made up of collagen and elastic fibers, and these collagen and elastic fibers are arranged longitudinally most of the times. So if we talk about the tunica intima, you can see the simple squamous epithelium. This is endothelium, simple squamous epithelium which lines the blood vessels and the chambers of the heart is called endothelium. Then there is basal lamina. These squamous cells, they are lying over the basal lamina. Then we have got the subendothelial connective tissue. This yellow area is the subendothelial connective tissue. Then this corrugated line, this is the internal elastic lamina, and then there the broader area which is the tunica media, and tunica media fenestrated sheet of elastic fibers is called the internal elastic lamina, which separates the tunica intima from the tunica media. These fenestrations, they provide the passage for the nutrients, and it separates the tunica intima from the media. This is tunica media, and tunica media consists of the concentric layers of the smooth muscles and the elastic fibers. This is a broader, thicker zone. There are few collagen and reticular fibers and proteoglycans. Then we have got an external elastic lamina, again a fenestrated sheet of elastic fibers. This separates the tunica media from the externa. Tunica media is thicker in the arteries than in the veins of the similar size. It has relatively more smooth muscle and elastic fibers. Tunica adventitia, continuous and fused with the stroma of the organs. It prevents the excessive stretching. There are numerous collagen fibers and few elastic fibers. This is the connective tissue layer, tunica adventitia. In the tunica intima and tunica adventitia, mostly there are collagen fibers which runs longitudinally, and in the tunica media mostly we have got the elastic fibers and they run circularly along with the smooth muscles. Muscular artery with thickening of the tunica intima. Here lies the thickening of the tunica intima. As regards the nourishment of the blood vessels, the small and medium-sized vessels, all layers receive oxygen and nutrition directly from the blood in the lumen. But the large vessels, the diffusion of oxygen and nutrients possible up to the tunica intima and inner part of the tunica media only, and outer part of the tunica media and adventitia receives nourishment from arterioles, capillaries and venules present in this layer, vasa vasorum, vessel of the vessel. Intima, media, adventitia.